morning, Planet Changers. Hope you're having an amazing week and celebrating your fathers this morning for Father's Day. My name's Liana and I'm coming to you from my trampoline. If it was your birthday this week, we want to wish you a special happy birthday. Do you ever just get so angry you just want to punch something?
Whoa!
Well, today, Tavita Sila is going to share a word about controlling that anger. Over to you, Tavita.
Hey Planet Changers, hope you guys are excited for another word in lockdown this morning. So we're going to keep going strong with our topic of inside out, and we've already learned about our inner wholeness, and now we're going to be learning about our outer wholeness and how we connect and interact with the people around us. In part 2, outer wholeness, we're actually going to be focusing on a specific story of Jesus and his Sermon on the Mount. So in his sermon, he brings 8 people up, 8 seemingly unfortunate people to everyone else, and actually says that they are blessed by God. So last week, Courtney talked about the first 2, which were blessed are the poor and blessed are the ones that mourn. And we're going to be continuing that with the next Beatitudes. The third Beatitude that I'm going to be talking to you guys this morning is blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. What does it mean to be meek? Meek means to be quiet, gentle, submissive. Being meek to me looks like knowing when to be quiet. So when I'm angry and frustrated and I just want to keep talking and try and get my point across, just be quiet, submissive, and knowing when to stop arguing. The second thing that comes to mind is being meek towards my parents. So that means doing your chores when they ask you to, listening to them when they ask you to help with something. It's really simple, and I'm sure you guys have heard it 100 times before, but being meek towards your parents is a great way of showing your meekness towards God. The next beatitude is blessed are those that hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. To be righteous, to be morally good, to be stepping out in God's will and not your own. Pretty simple. An amazing example of righteousness in the Word is the story of Noah. In Genesis 6:9 it says, "This is an account of Noah and his family. Noah is a righteous man, he is blameless among the people of his time, and he walks faithfully with God." He walks faithfully with God. Now, this is a really important point that we really need to focus in on. So, are you putting all your faith in God? Are you trusting Him when there's alert levels being announced? Are you trusting Him that He'll bring us out of lockdown? See, we can get so consumed and so focused on all the bad things going on that we forget to trust God, that we forget to put our faith in Him. But in a biblical sense, it means to be willing to accept and submit to God's will. So what does that look like? It's easy enough to say, yes, I accept and I submit to God, but what does that actually look like? That's what God's trying to tell us. He's trying to tell us that when you put your faith in me, then you will be filled. And so going back to our beatitude, blessed are those that thirst and hunger for righteousness, they will be filled. And so being filled up we shouldn't be relying on the things of the earth. We shouldn't be relying on what alert level it is. We shouldn't be relying on what we eat or how much YouTube videos we watch. We should be relying purely on one thing, and that's God. The one thing that never changes. Hey guys, really hope you enjoyed the word, that you got something new out of it, that you learned something. Remember to stay meek towards your parents and do your chores, to be quiet in arguments, and to put your faith and your trust all in the Lord, and I promise you that He will fill you up in ways that you could never have imagined. So stay safe, get some fresh air when you guys can, and we'll see you next time at the next online kids service.